NoDig edging? All right, we'll show you those in a minute. But what this is, and many of you have seen it who follow my shows, it's the easiest way ever to delineate, areas of your yard from the grass or whatever property line you want to do. If you want to use it in a circle like I did around my fire pit, if you want to use it in an S shape around your yard where your landscaping edge meets your grass, it's perfect for that. You are going to get 50 feet of the stuff. And we're giving you not only the spikes, we're giving you bonus spikes, because when we first did it, we found that the people wanted more. So you get a boatload of the spikes. You get 32 of the spikes. You get the anchors, or the ties to tie the spikes together if you, if you want to attach one to another. You get everything that you need. The stuff is virtually indestructible. All you do, instead of digging or trenching or taking, a hoe out there and trying to hold back, all you do is you lay it out in the pattern that you want. It's flexible. And you put the spikes in about every 3 or 4 holes. You don't have to put them in every hole. This is how it works. And the stuff is phenomenal. I've had mine for a couple of years. You've seen my outdoor garden show that I do, or my garden show at my house, which, by the way, we're doing again next week. There is my backyard. Look at how nice. I put stones in the back, and look at how none of the weeds are growing over. I even have a fire pit in the backyard, so I took some gravel and I did it in a circle. We'll show you that picture. There it is. And I did it around the fire pit as well, and all I did, literally, it took 5 minutes. I ran it in a circle, put in the spikes, filled in the gravel, voila. Absolutely perfect. We're lucky to have it available in every color because it's early season. I know you may not be using this right away, but get it now while it's on sale. It's $29.95, all right? Get more than one if you've got a lot of space. I have it available in the gray. I have it available in black. I have it available in red. This is kind of a brick red. And then I also have it available in brown. I got the black, but I actually wanted the brown or the red, but they were sold out when I got them, but I love the black as well. Here's my friend Lou Caputo to tell you all about it. Lou, it's been a customer pick forever. Everybody loves it because Lou and I it's a brand new year, but we're continuing with our wish for last year, which is we don't want to do anything hard as far as jobs. No
hard job.
No.
Yeah, no. This is the easiest way to make your lawn look absolutely spectacular. I love this stuff, Guy, because like you just said, it's simple. There's no digging involved. I love that about this. This is made out of 100% recyclable material. The lip on this is 1 3/4 inches, so it's going to hold back your rocks. It's going to hold back your mulch. I mean, whatever it is that you've got there as ground cover, it's going to work. One of the features I think is really cool is all the tabs they put on these. Because, most of the time when you have a product like this, you have a tab like every foot or so. Problem is that if there's a rock, if there's a root, if there's a pipe, you can't get this to be secure. Well, you can with your EasyFlex. Now, the other thing is this. This is a really cool spike that they've designed with this. This little spike right here actually has kind of a spire design to it. You see that right there? So that when the ground freezes in the wintertime, if you live up north, there's a thing that happens called ground heave. It's what pushes pools up out of the ground. These won't pop out of the ground, so you don't have to adjust them. But, Guy, let me do a real quick installation here because I want everybody to see how easy this is to do, the fact that I can do it live. So we've got our lawn set up right here, okay, and I've got some mulch. And, the mulch is doing what mulch does. It's migrating. It's trying to go up on the grass. If it rains, it wants to flow down the street. Your EasyFlex is going to keep it in place. All I've got to do is just pull that ground cover back. You could use your hands, use a rake, a shovel, whatever you got handy. One thing you're not doing is you're not digging, okay? So we're going to pull this all the way back like this. Now, I just happen to have a piece I've already cut that's going to go in place here. Now, the nice thing about this is that you can cut this with any garden shears. So it's really, really simple to do. No special tools required. We put that in place like that. Now, it's already looking pretty good. Now I'm going to take this with my mallet, and we're going to start driving this in. And all you've got to do is just hammer these in. Oh, here are the spikes. Oh, look in the wrong place. Here we go. We hammer these in just like this. Real simple to do, Guy. I'm almost done. We're going to be sitting down having a beer in a couple of seconds. Boom, boom, boom. Got those in. Now, look at this. I push the ground cover back up to the edge. What we've done now is we've got this manicured, beautiful, crisp, clean line here. And what's really neat about this, Guy, this will stand up to your string trimmers. This will stand up to your weed whackers, anything like that. You can't damage this. But look how clean that is. Look at this line. Here, let me pull these back here. Look at that. Looks spectacular.
And now granted, we didn't do a whole yard, but Lou did a very large section in about a minute. It doesn't take long. You know, and Lou, I probably told you already, when I first moved to my property here in Florida, actually it's my second property, actually it's my third property when I was here, the little house I live in now, I originally went to the home store and I bought the stuff where you have to dig like a 4-inch trench. And it was basically just a wall. It's just a wall of plastic. And it was so, first of all, it didn't look nice. It didn't really work because it was paper thin and it started to bend a little bit towards the, away from, and I was like, what a waste of time. But the work to dig that trench, it took me half a day just to dig the trench. And then you got to go and you got to fill it all in. And then the worst part is because it's partially subterranean, if you get heavy rainstorms, it washes away. You got to go back up and repair it. You never have to deal with this once you've done it. Jared, show my yard again one more time if you don't mind, because the difference, the before and after of my yard, I want you to imagine before that, and by the way, that's the scallop version. We're gonna get that back. It doesn't really matter. They're both the same height. Before I did that, it was so sloppy. It looked terrible. I mean, it was, and I used to have mulch back there, and I'm like, I'm gonna put stones back there because now that I have really good edging, I know the stones won't trickle over. And you know, that is from about a year and a half ago. Not one bit of that Bermuda grass has crept over. It's unbelievable. I mean, it really does keep the separation. And look at how nice that looks, right?
It looks so clean.
Yeah.
It does. And that's the thing about this too, is you don't have to edge anymore. For me, that was like my big pain, is that I would have to go and edge along my flower beds all the time. I don't have to do that anymore. And I'm not losing the mulch. Mulch likes to float away when it rains. That doesn't happen anymore. Now, Guy, I know that in the past you tried this stuff. You and I talked about this.
Oh my
You had
gosh.
this stuff before, made out of wood. It has 3 different places where it spikes into the ground. These rot, they fall over. Like you said, if it rains hard, they come out. And then there's this stuff. This right here,
this is the
stuff of nightmares.
Yeah,
you got to dig a trench for this, and again, if it rains, it just floats away. When you've got the EasyFlex, because we've got all these tabs on here, this isn't going to go anywhere. This is going to stay secure, and I love the fact that I can do this with it. I can make a circle out of it if I want to. And, Guy, one more thing. I can take a pair of regular garden shears, right? Just put it right here on the end and just clip that piece right off of there very, very easily. There it is. Okay, watch. Boom. Just like that. It just pops right off. And all that was just a regular pair. I'll do one more. It's a regular pair. I keep locking the shears every time I cut. Watch this. I'm going to go all the way through. Ready? Here we go. Watch how easy it is to do. One pair of garden shears. We took that piece off the end right there, just like that. And you can cut it to any length you want to. It's very, very simple to do. So that's why this is so... Oh, and by the way, you do get the connectors as well. And the connectors that come with this are really neat because I can take this whole thing, make a circle, and then you put this connector in place there, and it actually keeps the whole thing together, Guy, just like this. You put that connector in. So if you want to put 2 pieces together, look at that. Boom.
You know, and Lou, that would be a perfect base for a lamp post. It'd be perfect for a mailbox, right? Put a little stone around it. It's all about getting that clean, manicured look, you know, and that's really what my yard was missing. My yard looked nice, but it was kind of sloppy a little bit, and what I did is I just tightened it up using this stuff. Let me give you the colors again. It comes in brown, it comes in red, it comes in black, it comes in gray. All you need to do is lay it out to whatever plan you want, and then just nail in the spikes. The spikes are actually, and I'll show you one up close. They actually are graded down, all the way down, just like a screw. So as you hit them down, they find a natural way to screw into the ground. You can still pry them up, all right? Takes a little bit of work, but you can pry them up if you make a mistake, but don't worry about that. And you're gonna get 32 of the spikes to go with it. I didn't use all of them. I go about every 3 or 4. Maybe use a couple in a corner if you're going around a corner to make sure that it stays a little more rigid. But that's all you need to do. Never been easier. This is one of those jobs that people hate to do until they find EasyFlex. And then they're like, wow, I did that. I mean, all you do is push it back. It is so easy. It is on sale today, $29.95 if you want to pick it up. Customer pick on hsn.com, 701-039. Lou Caputo, amazing job as always. I know I will be seeing you again in our next hour, buddy.
Yeah, buddy. I'll be back in an hour. See you then.
All right, Lou. Thanks so much. Hey, we're going to step away for a little bit. When we come back, we have my big pick, the long reach pruners. Those are coming up right after this. Stick around.